You've been told your knee pain is just part of getting older, that it's something you have to learn to live with. But what if that's not true? Doctors were shocked when seniors tried this trick for knee pain. And trust me, there's a reason this story is spreading like wildfire across America. Because when seniors, people in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, tried this one surprisingly simple trick, doctors couldn't explain what happened next. The results weren't just good, they were unbelievable. And honestly, who could blame you for being curious? If you've ever felt that deep, grinding ache when you stand up from a chair, or that sharp stiffness that makes every step feel heavier than the last, you know how knee pain doesn't just hurt your joints, it steals your freedom. But here's the part no one tells you. Hidden inside your own body is something powerful, something your doctor probably never mentioned, that can naturally calm knee discomfort and help you move freely again. And once seniors discovered how to unlock it, the results left even experienced physicians stunned. Now, before I tell you what the trick actually is, let's talk about the truth behind knee pain in older adults. Over the years, we've been told it's just aging. Doctors often say, well, that's just arthritis, part of getting older. But that's not entirely true. Aging may be a factor, yes, but new science has shown that knee pain isn't just about worn-out joints. It's also about inflammation, circulation, and the body's ability to heal itself. And that's where this so-called trick comes in, a natural method that helps your body do what it was designed to do, repair and relieve itself. Meet Helen. She's 72 years old and lives in Ohio. For years, her knees ached so badly that even walking to her mailbox felt like climbing a mountain. Her doctor gave her painkillers, told her to rest and avoid putting pressure on her legs. But one day, she saw something on a health forum that changed everything. It was a post from another senior who mentioned an unusual trick, a mix of warm water therapy, circulation stimulation, and a few simple natural foods that reduced joint inflammation. Helen thought it sounded silly, but she tried it anyway. And in just 2 weeks, she noticed something different. She wasn't wincing every time she stood up. Her knees felt lighter. She was walking more freely. Even her doctor couldn't believe the difference. Now don't worry, this isn't about any product, supplement, or magic pill. Everything you'll hear in this video is backed by research and real-life experience. Because the truth is, our bodies were built with the power to heal. We just have to remind them how. The trick Helen used begins with heat, but not just any heat. It's something scientists call hydrothermal circulation therapy, though most seniors simply call it the warm water knee soak. The method is simple. She filled a small tub with comfortably warm water, added a teaspoon of Epsom salt and soaked her knees for about 15 minutes every evening. It's not about the salt. It's about what the warmth does to your blood vessels. Warmth increases blood flow, helping oxygen and nutrients reach the knee joints, while easing stiffness and flushing out waste products that build up over time. The result? Less pain, more flexibility. But the real reason doctors were surprised isn't just the soak, it's what Helen did afterward. She followed it up with a 15-minute leg movement routine that wasn't intense or tiring, just gentle, circular motions, a bit of stretching, and a few balance movements while holding onto a chair. What shocked doctors was how quickly this combination, warm water plus light mobility, started reversing stiffness in older joints. Clinical studies have confirmed this. Consistent movement and warmth therapy can reduce joint pain in seniors by up to 40% without a single pill. But let's take a step back. Why does knee pain even happen so much after 60? The main reason is cartilage thinning. The soft tissue that cushions your bones starts to wear away. But here's the twist. That process can be slowed down, even slightly reversed, by improving blood circulation and reducing chronic inflammation. That's where nutrition enters the story. The same seniors who tried Helen's trick also added a few foods to their daily diet. Turmeric for its natural anti-inflammatory curcumin, ginger for better blood flow, and omega-3 fatty acids found in salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds to lubricate joints naturally. When combined with her warm soak and light movement, the results became even more powerful. Her doctor literally said, "I can't explain it, but your knees look years younger on your scan." Now, let's talk about why many doctors were shocked. Not because they didn't know about these methods, but because they didn't expect seniors to commit to something so simple. In a world where pills are easier than patience, Helen's consistency broke the rule. She did her soak every evening, she moved every morning, and she ate anti-inflammatory foods every single day. That's it. No expensive therapy, no fancy gadgets, just discipline and nature's tools. And the results weren't unique. Across the country, thousands of seniors who stumbled upon this same trick began reporting similar outcomes. In Florida, 68-year-old Robert said his knees stopped grinding. In Texas, a retired teacher named Martha claimed she could garden again after years of stiffness. And in California, a veteran named James said he hadn't felt that kind of lightness in his knees since his 40s. Science backs this up. Researchers at Harvard and the Arthritis Foundation have both acknowledged that heat therapy combined with movement can reduce pain perception, improve flexibility, and even help the body repair minor cartilage damage. That's not magic, that's biology. So if you're sitting there thinking, I've tried everything, maybe what you need isn't another pill. Maybe it's giving your body what it naturally responds to: warmth, movement, and nourishment. Helen's story spread online because it was relatable. She didn't start out believing in home tricks. She was skeptical, like most of us, but she gave it a try because she wanted her independence back. She wanted to walk her dog again without wincing, to stand in the kitchen long enough to bake cookies for her grandkids, to feel alive again instead of limited by pain. And that's when she realized something powerful. The human body doesn't stop healing when you age. It stops healing when you stop giving it what it needs. By the time the second month rolled around, Helen's knee pain had reduced so much that her doctor reduced her medication dosage. She didn't stop seeing her doctor. She just worked with her body instead of against it. If you're watching this and you're over 60, here's what you can take away from her story so far. Consistency beats intensity. You don't need to do long workouts or painful therapy, just regular gentle movement. Warmth is medicine. A daily soak or a warm compress can do more for your circulation than you think. Nature supports healing. The right foods, turmeric, ginger, omega-3s and leafy greens, nourish your joints from within. You might be wondering right now, why does something as simple as warm water, movement and a few natural foods work so powerfully when modern medicine has all these advanced treatments? That's exactly what doctors across the US started asking when they saw real seniors reporting real results. The truth is, the human body is designed to heal when supported the right way. Modern medicine is brilliant for emergencies, but when it comes to chronic issues like joint pain, sometimes the solution lies in understanding nature's design, not just fighting the symptoms. Let's break it down from the inside out. Imagine your knee as a small, beautiful machine, full of gears, cushions, and lubricants. The bones are like metal parts, the cartilage is your soft padding, and the synovial fluid acts like the oil that keeps everything running smoothly. Over time, that oil starts to dry up, and the padding wears thin. When that happens, the bones rub, inflammation rises, and pain signals shoot up to your brain. That's arthritis, and it can happen in anyone over 50. But here's the exciting part. Researchers at Johns Hopkins found that when you increase circulation to a joint, your body sends more oxygen and nutrients directly to the damaged tissues. It's like delivering fresh oil to an old engine. That's exactly what warmth does. When you soak your knees in warm water or apply a heated compress, tiny blood vessels called capillaries open up. They bring in oxygen and carry away the waste, like lactic acid and inflammatory toxins, that make your knees ache. Now combine that with gentle movement. When you move after a warm soak, your joints glide instead of grind. The fluid inside them becomes thinner and more active. What doctors call viscosupplementation. It means the joint starts to move smoother again. That's why seniors who do light movement after warming their knees often notice immediate relief. But here's where Helen's trick goes beyond basic heat therapy. It includes what she eats and when she eats it, because pain doesn't just live in the knee, it starts in the blood. Helen's doctor later discovered that she had high levels of inflammatory markers, substances like CRP and cytokines, which rise when your body is under stress or consuming too many processed foods. Once she began adding anti-inflammatory foods, those markers dropped naturally, and you can do the same easily. Start your morning with a cup of warm turmeric water, just half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, a pinch of black pepper, which boosts absorption by 2000%, and warm water. This simple morning drink has been proven to reduce joint stiffness in clinical trials. For lunch, Helen switched from red meat to fish twice a week, rich in omega-3s, which reduce swelling in the joints. For snacks, she added walnuts or almonds, healthy fats that fight inflammation. And for dinner, she added steamed spinach, broccoli, or kale, all high in vitamin K, which helps maintain cartilage health. Doctors were shocked, not just because Helen's knees got better, but because she achieved it naturally, without depending solely on medication. One orthopedic specialist said, "If more seniors focused on circulation and inflammation management like this, we'd see fewer joint replacements." And this isn't a single case. Across the US, studies from the National Institute on Aging have shown that seniors who practice heat therapy plus gentle mobility have significantly better joint function compared to those who remain sedentary. But what about you? Maybe your knees feel stiff when you wake up. Maybe you hear that little click sound every time you climb stairs. Maybe you've been told surgery is the only option. Here's the truth. For many people, it's not too late. Think of your knees like a garden. If you stop watering it, weeds, inflammation, take over. But if you nourish the soil, give it warmth, nutrients, and care, it begins to grow again. The human body responds in the same way. Now let's go deeper into what really surprised doctors, something they didn't expect at all. When seniors like Helen began following this method, they didn't just report less pain. They reported more energy, better sleep, and even clearer thinking. That's because inflammation doesn't just stay in the knees, it affects your entire body. Chronic pain leads to stress hormones like cortisol, which can cause fatigue, anxiety, and even memory fog. But once the pain began to ease, cortisol dropped, sleep improved, and mood stabilized. It's a ripple effect. One small physical change improves the whole system. Now some seniors took Helen's trick a step further. They began using alternating hot and cold therapy, something used by professional athletes and physical therapists for decades. The idea is simple. First warm water to open the vessels, then a quick cool rinse to tighten them again. This pumping effect boosts circulation dramatically. One senior in Arizona said, "After 2 weeks of this, I felt like my knees belonged to someone 20 years younger." Doctors confirmed that this process stimulates synovial production, which means the body starts refilling that crucial joint lubricant naturally. But I know what some of you are thinking. I've tried exercises before and my knees just hurt more. That's fair. The trick here isn't how much you move, but how you move. The goal isn't to push through pain, it's to reintroduce movement gently at your body's pace. Simple actions like seated leg extensions, slow marches in place, or heel raises while holding onto a chair are enough to trigger the body's repair signals. A study from Stanford University revealed that even 10 minutes of light mobility daily improved joint function by 32% in adults over 65. 10 minutes, that's less time than a coffee break. Helen used to joke that her 15-minute trick did more for her than a decade of prescriptions. But she wasn't wrong. Her consistency built momentum. Within months, her doctor reduced her medications and she was walking her dog again. Her story inspired dozens of her senior friends who began seeing the same benefits. Now, let's talk about something doctors rarely discuss, the role of hydration. Joint fluid is 80% water. Yet, most seniors are mildly dehydrated without realizing it. When you're not hydrated, your joint fluid thickens and your cartilage dries out. By simply increasing water intake, especially warm water throughout the day, you can support your joints more than you might imagine. One of Helen's doctors mentioned that staying hydrated actually improved the elasticity of her cartilage tissues. There's also a mental and emotional element to all of this. Seniors who suffer from chronic pain often experience feelings of helplessness, but when they try a natural routine, something they control, it builds confidence and hope. The act of doing something good for your body is healing in itself. That's another reason why doctors were surprised. They weren't just seeing physical improvement, they were seeing emotional transformation. Seniors reported feeling more active, motivated and joyful. Their energy levels returned, and they became more social again. Because when pain decreases, life opens up. But what if you're someone who has advanced knee arthritis, bone on bone where cartilage is nearly gone? Even then, research shows that warmth and gentle movement can still reduce pain by improving soft tissue flexibility and muscle support around the joint. It won't rebuild cartilage, but it can drastically improve function and comfort. Now here's a little bonus tip Helen added later, which accelerated her progress. Morning sunlight. Every morning, she spent 15 minutes outside in the sun, which boosted her vitamin D levels, essential for calcium absorption and bone health. Low vitamin D is one of the most overlooked causes of joint pain in seniors. Doctors checked her levels and were surprised to see how quickly they improved. Her full routine became so simple it almost sounds too easy. Morning, turmeric water and light sun exposure. Midday, a short walk or chair exercises. Evening, warm Epsom soak, followed by gentle stretches. Throughout the day, hydration and anti-inflammatory foods. No special pills, no expensive supplements, no strict diets. Just consistent, natural self-care. And here's something fascinating. After Helen's results went viral on senior health forums, physical therapists started using similar routines in senior centers. One clinic in California reported that over 80% of their participants experienced noticeable improvement in knee mobility and comfort after 4 weeks. Doctors finally admitted what shocked them wasn't the method, but how effective it was for such a low-cost, low-effort approach. It challenged their assumption that older joints couldn't improve without surgery or medication. So, if you're watching this right now and you've been told to just live with it, remember Helen's story. Remember that your knees still have life left in them. They just need circulation, care, and patience. And if you're wondering when to start, the answer is today. Even if it's just soaking your knees tonight in warm water while watching your favorite show. Even if it's just lifting your heels up and down while brushing your teeth. Every small act counts. Because here's the truth that so many seniors are now realizing. Aging doesn't mean losing your freedom. It just means finding new ways to protect it. You've now heard how Helen's simple discovery changed her life, and how science quietly supports what she did. But here's the best part. You don't need to wait for a doctor's appointment or expensive therapy to begin. In this final part, I'll show you how to turn this trick into a gentle 7-day knee renewal routine, the same type that's surprising physicians across the country because of how quickly seniors feel the difference. Let's start right where Helen did, with the mindset. She once said, "The biggest medicine was believing I could get better." And she was right. When you believe your body can still heal, you open the door for progress. So before any soak, stretch, or sip, take a quiet moment every morning to tell yourself, "Today, I'm helping my knees heal." It might sound small, but it sets your brain and body on the same path. Day 1. Awakening the knees. Begin your morning with warmth, not only in your heart, but literally on your knees. Fill a small tub or basin with comfortably warm water, add a spoon of Epsom salt, and soak your knees for 15 minutes. While soaking, breathe slowly. This signals your nervous system to relax, which further reduces pain. After your soak, dry your knees gently and sit in a sturdy chair. Lift one foot a few inches, straighten the leg, hold for 3 seconds, and lower. Do it 5 times per leg. No rush, no pain. These first movements remind the joints that they can still move. End your day by drinking 1 glass of warm turmeric water, just like Helen. As you sip, imagine the warmth traveling to your knees, calming the inflammation that's been waiting for relief. Day 2. Circulation and sunlight. Step outside for 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight. Morning light not only boosts vitamin D, but also improves your body's natural pain control chemicals, endorphins. While standing, lightly march in place for 1 minute. If balance is tricky, hold onto a railing, For meals, add a handful of spinach or kale to lunch and sprinkle ginger powder in your tea. Small nutrients, big results. In the evening, repeat the warm soak. By day 2, many seniors already notice their knees feel looser. That's circulation waking up. Day 3, gentle strength. By now your knees are more receptive. After your morning soak, try a simple heel raise exercise. Stand behind a chair, lift your heels off the floor slowly, hold for 2 seconds, and come back down. 10 gentle reps. This strengthens your calf muscles, which support your knees during walking. Throughout the day, stay hydrated. At least 6 to 8 glasses of water. Each sip keeps your joint fluid thin and mobile. Dinner can include baked salmon or even a small portion of sardines. Those omega-3s work like natural joint lubricants, helping cartilage stay resilient. At bedtime, place a warm compress, a clean towel dipped in hot water, then wrung out, over each knee for 10 minutes. Breathe deeply and relax. This tells your brain, we're in healing mode. Day 4, the balance. Reset. Now we build coordination. Stand near a wall, lift 1 foot an inch off the floor, and balance for 10 seconds. Switch sides. Do 3 rounds. Balance training improves the small stabilizer muscles that protect your joints from sudden twists. For your soak tonight, alternate warm and cool water. 1 minute warm, 30 seconds cool. Repeat 3 times. The alternating temperature pumps blood in and out, cleansing inflammation. Doctors found this contrast therapy improves circulation efficiency by nearly 25%. You might notice that stairs feel a bit easier tonight. That's your body rewarding your effort. Day 5, the inflammation flush. Today, focus on nutrition. Start with oatmeal topped with walnuts and berries. For lunch, a bowl of vegetable soup with turmeric and a dash of olive oil. Avoid processed sugars today. They're silent triggers for inflammation. In the afternoon, rest with your legs slightly elevated. Elevation drains fluid buildup around the knees, reducing puffiness. If you can, treat yourself to a 5-minute knee massage with gentle circular motions. Use coconut or olive oil warmed between your palms. This not only increases blood flow, but gives your knees a message of care. Day 6, confidence in motion. By now, many seniors notice a genuine difference. Climbing stairs without grimacing, standing longer while cooking, walking farther before needing to rest. Your knees are regaining trust in your movement. Today, add light walking. 10 minutes around the block or even inside your home. Walk tall, breathe calmly, and focus on the rhythm. Walking builds strength around your knees, not pressure on them. That evening, repeat your warm soak and stretch your legs out on the bed. Rotate your ankles in slow circles. Each rotation pushes new joint fluid into your knees like a natural pump. Day 7, renewal and reflection. Morning sunlight, warm turmeric water, and a smile. You made it 7 days. Take a moment to notice what's changed. Maybe it's less stiffness, maybe it's a lighter mood, or simply more confidence. These small wins are proof your body is listening. Tonight's soak can be your celebration. Light a candle, play soft music, and thank your knees for carrying you all these years. Gratitude, believe it or not, lowers pain perception. That's not magic, it's neuroscience. When you feel positive, your brain releases dopamine, which dampens pain signals. Now let's understand why this 7-day journey works so well. Warmth improved circulation, movement restored muscle memory, nutrients reduced inflammation, and consistency rewired your brain's pain response. Each piece connects to the others like a puzzle. Doctors call this a holistic recovery loop. Each habit strengthens the effect of the next. That's why even tiny daily actions add up to something powerful. Helen's doctor later told her, "You didn't find a trick, you found balance." And that's exactly what this is about. But you might be wondering, what happens after day 7? The good news is you don't stop. You simply turn this routine into a lifestyle. You can reduce the soak to 3 times a week, keep walking daily, and eat joint-friendly foods often. Most seniors who continued for a month saw steady improvements in flexibility and confidence. Let's take an example. John, a 69-year-old retired carpenter from North Carolina. He spent decades on his knees building furniture, and by 65, he could barely kneel to tie his shoes. After watching a video like this, he decided to try Helen's method. The first week, he noticed mild relief. The second week, he was walking his dog twice a day. By week 4, his doctor cut his pain medication dosage in half. His x-rays didn't change much, but his life did. John said, "I realized pain was controlling my mind more than my knees." That's another layer of this story, mind-body connection. When your brain expects pain, it tightens muscles unconsciously, creating even more stiffness. When you teach your brain that movement feels safe again, through warmth, gentle exercise, and breathing, those muscles finally relax. The result feels like instant freedom. Let's not forget safety, though. Always talk with your doctor before beginning any new routine, especially if you have joint replacements, circulation issues, or other medical conditions. They can help tailor this to your specific situation. You can even show them this video. Many physicians are now recommending similar self-care routines as supportive therapy. Now, I want to share a secret most seniors overlook: sleep. Healing happens at night. If you've been waking up sore, check how you sleep. Try placing a small pillow between your knees. It keeps them aligned and relieves joint pressure. Also, avoid sleeping in a cold room. Chilly air tightens muscles overnight. Warmth again is your friend. And let's talk hydration one more time. Every glass of water you drink today is like oil for your joints tomorrow. Seniors who drink enough water report less morning stiffness. If plain water feels boring, infuse it with lemon or cucumber slices. Keep it inviting. If you take medications, remember that hydration also helps your kidneys process them efficiently. Another bonus your doctor will appreciate. Now, beyond the science, there's something deeper: hope. So many seniors silently accept pain as their new normal. But as stories like Helen's and John's show, change is possible at any age. One small decision can alter the course of your comfort, mobility, and joy. Picture this: you wake up tomorrow, swing your legs over the bed, and instead of wincing, you simply stand and walk. Maybe you step outside, feel the morning sun, and realize your knees don't ache like they used to. That moment of freedom is what this entire journey is about. And that's why doctors are truly shocked. Not because this trick is mystical, but because it proves that seniors still hold tremendous healing potential. For years, the medical community believed cartilage couldn't adapt in older adults. Now, research is showing that consistent gentle movement and circulation can slow degeneration and enhance function even in late age. So when someone tells you it's just old age, remember this: aging is inevitable, suffering is optional. Before we wrap up, here are a few bonus habits Helen and others added over time that helped them stay pain-free. Gentle yoga or stretching twice a week to keep muscles flexible. Warm showers in the morning to wake up joints. Massaging a few drops of castor oil on the knees before bedtime for extra lubrication. Avoiding long periods of sitting, stand or stretch every 30 minutes. None of these are extreme. They're simple acts of kindness toward your body, the same body that's carried you through decades of memories. Now I want you to do one last thing for yourself. Take a pen and write down your starting point, how your knees feel today. Then, after 7 days, write again. You'll be amazed by how much small steps can change your comfort. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who might be losing hope, a friend, a spouse, a neighbor, because the moment one person tries it, the ripple begins. That's how this quiet revolution among seniors started. One person soaking their knees and saying, "I feel better." So to every senior watching this, know that your best days aren't behind you. They're waiting at the end of your next small, caring action. You clicked this video because it said, "Doctors were shocked when seniors tried this trick for knee pain." Now you know why. Because sometimes the most powerful medicine isn't found in a pill or a hospital. It's found in your own persistence, your patience, and the timeless wisdom of warmth, movement, and nourishment. Take that first step today, literally. Your knees will thank you, and who knows, maybe your doctor will be shocked too.